Hello, everyone, and I hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. It's such a beautiful day. I'm so excited to have you all here today to hear the Goddard girls play some tunes for us. They're a young sister duo in Nickelville, and actually Holly's one of my private classical violin students, but she takes fiddle lessons and has for a long time with the great Gretchen Kohler. So she's just incredible, and her sister Brooke is really great too. I've had them play at all sorts of events, and I'm so glad to have them here with you today. You can actually provide a tip to the Goddard girls if you want to. You can go on their PayPal or Patreon. In the description of this video, you can find the links for both of those, and send them a little bit of dough. So this is Art for Art's Sake. It's a new program from the St. Lawrence County Arts Council, where every weekday at 4 o'clock, we will showcase a different artist or group of artists who happen to be together in some cases. We'll showcase artists from our region or originally from our region. So you can feel a little inspired, so you can feel a little connected to the arts in our North Country. So it's been a really fun time getting to know some of these artists and hearing what they're working on and what they're doing. I know I've enjoyed it, and I hope y'all are enjoying it as well. So if you are an artist and you would like to share with us something that you're working on, I also want to thank all of our previous sponsors. Thank you so much for helping to support the arts in our North Country region. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, you can also email me. If you want to just make a donation and help support the St. Lawrence County Arts Council during this time, we would really very much appreciate it. So go right to slcartscouncil.org/give and make your donation today. Well, without further ado, we've got the Goddard girls. I'm going to unmute you ladies and get you underway. There you are. How's it going?
Great, it's going really well.
For a second there, I thought that I heard an echo. No, just giggles. It's okay. All right, well, take it away.
Okay. Well, our first set is going to be a set of Canadian tunes, Swamp Lake Breakdown into Dad's Reel. Okay, so probably just twice each. Yeah. our second set will be a Jerry Holland tune, My Kate Breton Home, into a tune by, what's the band called? Brattleboro Zombies by Night Tree, a local Vermont band, and Cliffs of Moher, which is a traditional Scottish tune. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Irish reels, Cooley's reel into Silver Spear into the Drunken Landlady. Okay. Probably twice or 3 times. Twice.
Yeah.
know that, Holly, you have a pretty cool story about your violin, your fiddle.
Yes.
But
So
also some other folks are wondering about the drums. So can you guys talk about your instruments a little?
Okay, so the instrument that I play is called the bodhran. It's an Irish drum, and it's a frame drum, and on the back you have your tuning to tighten the skin or loosen it to get different pitches and whatnot. And you play it using a stick or a tibber. It's called many different things. And you just go like that.
okay. And you've been playing this for
Oh boy, 4 years, I think.
Okay, and I started playing the fiddle when I was 9. So I've been playing for almost 8 years now. And when several years ago, my grandfather passed away, and my father went down to Cortland to clean out stuff in their house. And one day he called my mom, and he was like, "Hey, you'll never believe what I found in the attic today." And she was like, "What?" And he said that I found 3 fiddles in the attic. So we brought them home. We had them looked at by several local music shops, and we had one fixed up, and I played that one for a while. And then there was this one was in pieces, the top came off and everything, and we just kind of had it hanging on the wall thinking one day we'll have it fixed up, and because it was such a big job, no one really wanted to take it on. And eventually we found someone, and they took it on, and we went down to Vermont, and I played it, and I fell in love with it. So it's the instrument I've been playing for several years now, and it's the instrument I would like to continue playing for the rest of my life. So
It's a beautiful instrument. I mean, I've played it myself before, and it's absolutely lovely. So awesome.
yeah. So we'll continue on with some tunes. So our next set is actually a set we played in the Young Tradition Touring Group on tour in Scotland a couple years ago. And the first tune is called, we learned it from Duncan Chisholm in Scotland in a workshop.
Isaac's Welcome to the World.
Yes.
I think.
And
Some
then,
version of it.
yeah. And then it goes into Jenny Dang Weaver, another classic Scottish tune, and Randy Kelly. And Kelly is a type of Scottish dance that is really fun to dance. Okay. Yeah. You started there. set that we played in the Young Tradition touring group. There are actually 2 tunes written by one of our leaders, Andrea Beaton, who is an amazing Quebecois fiddler. It was a pleasure getting to know her. Yeah.
And the tune titles.
Oh yeah, the tune titles are Water Boiling Machine and Isle Inspired. Okay. You want to do the intro? Just a jig.
The intro.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. You guys are so cool. I know, can I ask you a quick question again?
Yeah.
What inspired you to play this type of music? And can you tell us a little about the Young Traditions touring group as well?
Sure. Yeah. So, as a kid, I had always looked at those alphabet charts, and the V always had the violin on it, and I always thought that was a really cool instrument. And then when I was 9, I had a friend who had just recently started taking violin lessons, or fiddle lessons actually, with Gretchen Kohler. And I was like, hey Mom, I really want to take fiddle lessons. So my mom got in contact with her mom, and I started taking lessons with Gretchen Kohler, and that's where my music journey kind of started.
And then mine started a few years later after that. I wanted to play piano, so I started taking piano lessons with a friend of ours. And then Holly dragged me into it eventually.
Yeah.
And then after piano, I started djembe with Len Mackey, who lives in Potsdam. And then after djembe, I went to the Irish drum because, again, my sister dragged me into it.
Yeah.
And I found out I really enjoyed playing it.
Yeah. And about the Young Tradition Touring Group. So, a couple years ago, how do we even get into this? I don't know.
We did the contest.
Oh yeah, so a couple years into playing violin, I roped a couple other friends who played fiddle into doing this contest, which was in Vermont. So you send in a 5-minute video, and then if you get chosen as one of the top 10 finalists, then you get to go to Vermont and perform, and then they pick some winners. So we did that, and we got in, and there's this amazing community in Vermont that organizes a lot of traditional music opportunities with young adults and teens. And they have this touring group where they pull people from all around the area, and when in a group with about like 25 to 30 people. And so we auditioned for that several years later, and we got in, and they tour every year. So in 2017 and 2018, they toured to Scotland, so we were lucky enough to be part of that group.
And then in
The next year,
the next
2018
year,
to 2019, they toured to New York City and New Jersey, which was another amazing opportunity. And basically, it's like a 10-day tour where you perform and get to meet tons of musical people around the area and jam with lots of other amazing teens who are interested in the same thing or is interested in more of like jazz. In New York City and New Jersey, we met a lot of jazz artists and learned about the jazz music scene, and that was really interesting.
That's so awesome. You guys are so inspiring.
Thank you. Okay. How much time do we have left? Okay.
4:30 if you wanted to do, almost 4:30 if you wanted to do one more set.
Okay. Sure, yeah. Let's end the classic end the show scene in YTV was this Eric set.
Yeah, it's played every single year in the
Yeah.
touring group.
One time they tried to get us to finish without it, and we played it anyway because you can't end without Eric.
It's forbidden.
Awesome. You guys are so great. Thank you so much for sharing your talents with us, with the North Country. We had some great viewers on here, and people can view it afterwards as well. Go check out their Patreon site or PayPal site and make a donation or give them a tip. You can also go to slcartscouncil.org/give to make a donation to the Arts Council. Thank you so much, Holly and Brooke, for sharing your talents with us. This has been Art for Art's Sake.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.